A ghost town in China is scaring the world. While most countries are struggling with housing shortages, China is facing a bizarre opposite problem. Entire cities built for millions of people remain eerily empty. Join us as we take a look at the most bizarre ghost towns in the world. Let's go. Number 15. The abandoned theme park city. Wonderland Amusement Park near Beijing represents one of China's most visually striking abandoned projects. Construction began in the 1990s with ambitions to create Asia's largest theme park, a Chinese answer to Disneyland. The development included not just rides and attractions, but an entire supporting community with hotels, shopping centers, and residential areas. Financial problems halted construction in 1998, leaving behind a surreal landscape of partially completed structures. The centerpiece was a medieval European-style castle rising from former farmland, surrounded by the concrete frameworks of what would have been fantastical buildings and attractions. For over a decade, these ruins stood as farmers returned to planting crops in the shadow of fairy tale towers. The abandoned structures created an accidental tourist attraction, drawing urban explorers and photographers fascinated by the post-apocalyptic aesthetic of a failed fantasy land. Corn grew between the foundations of never-completed roller coasters. Farmers grazed livestock next to the shells of buildings designed to house souvenir shops and restaurants. Number 14. The University Town Without Students. Yacheng University City in Sanya, Hainan Province, was conceived as an education hub that would transform the region's economy and prestige. Planners envisioned a cluster of universities and research institutions attracting thousands of students and academics, creating a knowledge-based economy to complement Hainan's tourism industry. Construction proceeded rapidly in the early 2010s, with campus facilities, dormitories, libraries, and sports complexes rising from previously undeveloped land. Supporting commercial areas were built to serve the anticipated academic community. Residential areas targeted university staff and related professionals. The fatal flaw in this plan became apparent when universities proved reluctant to establish satellite campuses or relocate from mainland China. Without the anchor institutions, the carefully planned facilities sat largely empty. Completed classroom buildings gathered dust. Dormitories designed for thousands housed only a fraction of that number. Sports facilities saw little use. Number 13. The million-person city. Kangbashi District in Ordos, Inner Mongolia, stands as China's most infamous ghost city. Back in the early 2000s, riding high on economic prosperity, the government poured billions into transforming this area into a futuristic metropolis. The vision was grand. Massive skyscrapers piercing the sky, high-end shopping malls gleaming, with luxury brands and cultural landmarks designed to impress the world. The result? A perfectly constructed city with capacity for over 1 million residents that sits almost completely empty. Walking through Kangbashi feels like stepping onto a movie set after everyone's gone home. Wide boulevards designed for thousands of daily commuters remain deserted. Massive apartment complexes stand with darkened windows. Public squares large enough for carnival celebrations echo with nothing but wind. I have a question for you. First, I would like to say that it is possible to follow the greatest curiosities of our world every day. But to do so, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, are you already subscribed? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Also, take the opportunity to like the video so YouTube will recommend more videos from our channel. So leave your like right now. And now that you have done that, let's go. Number 12. The Ghost Port City. Kaohsiung in Hebei Province stands as perhaps the most spectacular failure among China's ghost developments. A $100 billion investment now largely abandoned. Originally a tiny island in Bohai Bay, massive land reclamation projects transformed it into a 150-square-mile industrial zone and deep-water port. Launched in 2003, Kaohsiung was promoted as an environmentally friendly eco-city that would also serve as a major industrial and shipping hub. The location seemed perfect, close to Beijing and Tianjin but with plenty of space for expansion. Steel mills, power plants, and oil refineries were constructed alongside residential districts and commercial centers. Number 11. Shanghai's empty satellite city. Nanhui New City in Shanghai demonstrates how even China's most dynamic metropolis isn't immune to the ghost city phenomenon. Launched in 2003, Shanghai officials envisioned Nanhui as a self-contained satellite city accommodating up to 800,000 residents. Located about 60 kilometers southeast of downtown Shanghai, Nanhui was built around a striking central artificial lake called Dishui Lake. The city featured a careful master plan with concentric rings of development spreading outward from the waterfront. Modern infrastructure was installed before the first residents arrived. Parks and public spaces were meticulously designed to create an appealing urban environment. Despite these advantages, Nanhui struggled to attract inhabitants. In its early years, the distance from central Shanghai proved problematic for commuters. Job opportunities remained concentrated in established areas, giving potential residents little incentive to relocate. The carefully planned neighborhoods felt sterile to many, lacking the organic growth and character of traditional communities. Number 10. The failed urban extension. Changeng District in Kunming, Yunnan Province, represents a classic case of, if you build it, they might not come. Back in 2003, Kunming officials faced a problem many growing cities encounter: overcrowding in the urban center. Their solution? Build an entirely new district about 20 kilometers southeast of downtown. The plan seemed sensible on paper. Changeng would feature government offices, university campuses, and residential complexes to create a vibrant extension of Kunming proper. Construction moved at lightning speed, with entire neighborhoods sprouting up in record time. Number 9. Manhattan. Mirage in Tianjin. Yujiapu Financial District in Tianjin represents perhaps the most ambitious of China's ghost cities, an attempt to create an Asian Manhattan from scratch. The vision was bold. Over 100 new skyscrapers forming a financial hub that would rival New York and Shanghai, positioning Tianjin as a global business center. Billions poured into the project as gleaming towers rose from former wetlands. Architectural firms from around the world competed to design the most impressive buildings. Marketing materials showed streets bustling with international business people, and luxury cars navigating between global corporate headquarters. Number 8. The city built by flattening mountains. Lanzhou New Area in Gansu Province stands as a testament to China's determination to overcome even geography itself. When officials decided to create a new industrial and logistics hub in this mountainous region, they embarked on an engineering project of staggering proportions, literally flattening hundreds of mountains to create buildable land. Launched in 2012 as China's first state-level economic development zone in the western region, the plan targeted accommodating 500,000 residents across more than 250 square kilometers of newly flattened terrain. Entire villages were relocated as bulldozers reshaped the landscape. The ambition was clear: transform rugged terrain into a thriving urban center. Number 7. From emptiness to community. Tiandu District in Zhenjiang, Jiangsu Province, offers a rare positive twist in China's ghost city narrative, a place that actually transitioned from abandonment to habitation. In the early 2000s, Tiandu was developed as a new urban district aimed at accommodating China's rapid urbanization. Initial results were discouraging. By 2010, Tiandu featured prominently in reports about China's ghost cities. Vast neighborhoods sat empty, with rows of apartment buildings showing no signs of life. Streets designed for thousands of daily commuters remained silent. Commercial areas struggled to attract businesses with no customer base to serve. Number 6. The abandoned resort city. Pentian in Hainan Island represents a different type of ghost development, an abandoned resort destination. When China designated Hainan as an international tourism island in 2010, developers rushed to build luxury accommodations along the coastline, anticipating a flood of domestic and international tourists. Pentian emerged as one of the most ambitious of these developments. Sprawling resort complexes with swimming pools and ocean views spread across previously undeveloped beaches. High-end villas targeted wealthy investors looking for vacation properties. Shopping centers were built to offer luxury goods to affluent visitors. The reality fell far short of these expectations. Tourist numbers never reached projected levels, particularly international visitors. Many properties were purchased purely as investments, not as places people would actually stay. Without a critical mass of visitors, the restaurants, shops, and entertainment venues necessary for a thriving resort community never materialized. Number 5. The Forgotten New District. Wushan New District in Ganzhou, Jiangxi Province, represents a common pattern in China's urban development. A new district built far from the city center that failed to attract residents. Constructed in the mid-2000s as part of efforts to expand Ganzhou and foster economic growth, Wushan features the standard elements of China's urban expansion: wide avenues, high-rise apartment complexes, government buildings, and cultural facilities. Unlike some ghost cities built completely from scratch, Wushan was developed as an extension of an existing urban area. City planners anticipated that population growth and economic development would naturally fill the new district. Government, offices, and public facilities were relocated there to serve as anchors for future growth. The anticipated migration never materialized at the expected scale. Apartments sold to investors remained empty for years. Commercial spaces found few tenants with no customer base nearby. Government workers commuted to their offices but returned to homes in established neighborhoods at day's end. The new district lacked the organic growth and community connections that make urban areas vibrant. Number 4. The Forest City That Wasn't. Forest City in Johor, Malaysia, represents an unusual category, a Chinese ghost development built outside China's borders. Developed by Chinese property giant Country Garden, this massive project was designed to house 700,000 people on 4 artificial islands. Marketing targeted primarily Chinese investors looking for international properties and a way to escape China's pollution. Construction began in 2014 with ambitious timelines for completing thousands of high-rise apartment units. The development's marketing emphasized environmentally friendly design, with vertical gardens and green technology creating a forest city, where nature and urban living would harmonize. Schools, shopping centers, and recreational facilities were planned to create a self-contained community. By 2018, however, Forest City had all the hallmarks of a ghost development. Thousands of apartments were completed but remained empty. The few residents rattled around in vast complexes designed for multitudes. Commercial spaces found few tenants with no customer base to serve. The artificial islands felt isolated and incomplete, lacking the vibrant community life promised in glossy brochures. Number 3. The Industrial Park That Industry Forgot. Kowloon Industrial Park on the outskirts of Shanghai demonstrates how even developments in China's most economically dynamic regions can fail to attract tenants. Established in the mid-2000s as part of Shanghai's expansion, Kowloon was designed to house manufacturing facilities, warehouses, and logistics operations, with supporting commercial and residential areas for workers. The location seemed promising, close enough to Shanghai's urban core for easy access, but far enough out for lower costs and room to expand. Roads and utilities were installed to high standards. Factory buildings and warehouses were constructed ready for companies to move in. Housing development sprouted nearby to accommodate the anticipated workforce. Number 2. The Failed Border Boom Town. Horgos on China's border with Kazakhstan represents a ghost city with geopolitical dimensions. When China launched its Belt and Road Initiative to strengthen trade links with Central Asia and Europe, Horgos was positioned as a key transit point and special economic zone. The vision was grand: transform this remote border crossing into a major commercial hub connecting east and west. Massive investment poured into Horgos starting around 2014. A new city district was constructed from scratch, with high-rise apartments, shopping malls, office buildings, and hotels. Special economic zone policies offered tax incentives for businesses. Government propaganda promoted Horgos as the new Shenzhen, referencing China's most successful special economic zone. Number 1. Tiandu Changeng's Parisian Pastiche. Tiandu Changeng, located in Hangzhou's Yuhang district, stands as one of China's most visually striking ghost cities due to its peculiar theme, a replica of Paris. Built in 2007, this development features a one-third scale Eiffel Tower, Parisian-style buildings, and European gardens. The developers aimed to create a slice of France in China, attracting wealthy residents looking for a unique living experience. Despite its Instagram-worthy aesthetics, Tiandu Changeng initially failed to attract residents. By 2013, only about 2,000 people lived in a space designed for 10,000. The empty French-style boulevards and the scaled-down Eiffel Tower standing against the backdrop of vacant buildings created surreal visuals that photographers couldn't resist. The district quickly became an international symbol of China's peculiar approach to themed real estate development. Now I have a special recommendation for you. Are you seeing this video that is appearing on the screen? Click on it because I'm sure you'll like it. Well, that's it. And until next time, Curious One.